Hey, Brian Fouch here, and I want to ask you a question. Are you employed, meaning do you have an employer? Are you self-employed, or are you a business owner? Now, those are three different things right there, and I'm going to touch on mainly the first two right now. I'm not going to talk about business ownership right now, but because a lot of people are looking at their situation, they have a job they don't like, or they're working in corporate America, trading time for money. They have a boss, maybe they don't like the boss, maybe they have an employer they would like to not work for anymore, and they want to become an entrepreneur. They want to own a business. They love the allure of that, and maybe you're there right now. Maybe you have that, and but I want to make sure that you guys understand what that really means. Because a lot of people think that when I leave my job and become a business owner, an entrepreneur, I'm going to be able to do what I want. I'm going to be able to travel and spend time doing other things. I'm going to have all this kind of adventures and more money, all that kind of stuff. But here's the reality of that, is that a lot of self-employed entrepreneurs have a job. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have a business that you're running, that you work in the business, and if you step away from the business for a week or 4 weeks or a month, and that business slows down or stops generating revenue, that means that it relies upon you, your time in that business. So what do you have? You have a job in that business. Now, I love that situation because you are self-employed. The benefits of that far outweigh, for most people, being an employee, because you control your time, you control your cash flow, you're in control of what you do. You can go pick up your kids whenever you want from school. At least that's the way I do it. I can go on vacation and still operate my business. I'm still working in the business. I'm self-employed, but I don't have that boss because I am my own boss. And that's an amazing thing. Now, of course, with entrepreneurship, with becoming self-employed, you are responsible. You've got to understand that. You've got to make sure that you are generating the revenue, the income that you need, and you've got to be responsible for yourself, because there are more risks sometimes when you are self-employed. But once again, you are your own boss. So that's one of the things. So if you're an employee looking to make that transition, just understand what self-employed means. It's the first step to becoming financially free. That's really what that first step is. But it's an amazing thing. But just keep in mind that you might have a job. I know a lot of self-employed people, they work more hours than an employee does, a W-2 person. But they're happier because they feel more free. They can do what they want when they want. So for me, when I go and travel with my family in our motorhome, as an example, I can still work. I can still operate my businesses and still do things because that's the way I've structured that business. So there's a lot of benefits of being self-employed versus being an employee. So I want to make sure you guys understand that differentiation. But if you guys want to learn more, go to brianfaust.com or just hit like or follow on the button below. And with that, I'll talk to you later. Take care.